go ahead and end the cycle for now. That was a very productive day. I got so many quests to do, and not enough died to complete them. So I don't think... Oh, 3 6s. This is beautiful. I don't think we'll have an opportunity to complete all these quests. There's just so many. I want to do most of them, but I don't know how to unlock a big chunk of them. I don't know where to go. 100% positive. Let's go ahead and take this. What happens when we drop a 4 in there? 50% positive, 50% neutral. Let's go ahead and drop a 3 in there. And just risk it. Not good. We'll make one more mistake. Luckily, we have a guarantee right here. So, we got some cryo for that. We got a lot of cryo for that, actually. So, let's continue. Shipyard. Each shift, a crowd of would-be workers gather outside the shipyard, each of them clinging to a 4-digit number printed on a receipt paper. These are their assignment numbers, and you are either called for a shift or you aren't. As you arrive, the crowd is restless and chatter rumbles through the lines. For those who, like you, have graduated to the work teams, shifts are guaranteed. Having just walked out of a meeting with the supervisor where you are praised for your efforts, you feel the glow of the job well done. Yet you can't help but feeling empathy for those huddled as you pass, waiting for their number to come up. You keep your head down as you leave the shipyard, feeling a little guilty as you do. Hey sleeper, wait up, Lem's voice trembles as he shouts above the rumble of the crowd, and you turn to see pushing through, Mina crying arms. Lem, good to see you, friend. He's breathing hard after shouldering through the waiting workers. You made the work team, good for you. He tries to catch his breath, stroking Mina's hair as he does. Shh, baby, give me a second here. He smiles weakly at you as he comforts her, and her cries start to fade. Out of the crowd, he sets Mina down by his side, shiny streaks down both her cheeks. As he does, you see he is clutching on assignment number on a crumpled piece of paper. Waiting on a shift? Is Mina okay? Waiting on a shift? Uh-huh. You know how it is. He puts his hand on her shoulder and she clings to his side. Esther, who usually takes her, is sick. He stretches. I don't know what. A noise sounds from the entrance, a klaxon followed by a list of numbers growing brightly on a display screen. The crowd responds instantly, pushing and pulling as people try to wade to the entry checkpoint. Lem stops and turns back towards the crowd, then glances down at a crumpled paper. That's my number. Shit, Ermina. He starts patting the pockets of his gear and glancing around. Go, I'll watch her. He blinks a little, staring. Thank you, I'll. He crouches to Mina. You're gonna stay with our friend here, okay? They're gonna keep you safe. And he stands back up. Here, take her bag. He shoves it in your hands. She's got food. She's got shit. I have to go. He backs away into the crowd. Mina, I'll be back real soon, okay? Be good. Then Lem disappears into the whirling crowd, who are now trying to get into the shipyard before it locks down. Mina stands staring, suddenly small without Lem at her side. She fixes you with a dark-eyed stare you can't quite read. Hey Mina. She holds the stare, unmoving, two parallel tears, tracks still glinting on her cheeks. You okay, Mina? Let's look in the bag. Look in the bag. You unlatch the top of the bag, see a few metal containers, fashioned from scrap components. A battered slate sits on top, blinking a low battery warning, and tucked beside it's a rabbit, hand sewn. Take the rabbit. Pull the rabbit out of the bag, its long limbs waggling as you do. Mina goes to jump and grabs it, but holds herself back. She stands and hugs herself, eyes on the rabbit. Shake the rabbit, give her the rabbit. What's their name? What's their name? Mina turns away and looks at the entrance to the shipyard. This isn't going well. Shake the rabbit. Mina jumps a little, startled. She glares at you. Give her the rabbit. You hold the rabbit out and Mina snatches it from your hands. She hugs it tightly without looking away from you. Bun Bun, she says, staring you down, ferocious despite her size. Hi, Bun Bun. Nice name. Nice name. You move a little closer as you speak, closing the gap. She looks at you suspiciously, but her face softens a little. She wackles Bun Bun in front of you and then walks him up your arm and onto your shoulders where he sits. She pokes your arm a couple of times. Are you really a robot? I am, not really, sort of. Sort of. Yeah, she thinks me too. Mina has more questions, lots of questions. Questions about how you breathe or if you rust. But before long, you are talking about rabbits and what Esther and lady who usually takes her smells like, and whether or not fairies live in the eyes heating pipes. You pass the time like this, sitting side by side on the floor of the walkway as others pass by, sometimes talking, sometimes drawing on the slate, sometimes playing with Bun Bun, the rabbit. And this is how Lem finds you. Just as both of you are starting to yawn. He is dirty and tired, but Mina leaps up his legs and into his arms as he stumbles backwards. You two get on okay? He asks, trying to keep Mina from climbing onto his shoulders. We managed. Mina glances carefully at you, holding a smile that is slowly growing. Well, well, well. Looks like Meanie can be nice. He pokes her in the ribs and she squeals in delight. Thank you, friend. I mean it. He gives you a warm, wide smile. I owe you. Look, he glances around. It seems like Esther, the lady who usually watches her, is going to be out of a spell. If you ever have some time, I'd really appreciate you coming down to our place in Low End. He grins sheepishly, if you have time. But now I have to take this one to eat. He plays at biting Mina, and she giggles in response. See you, sleeper. He waves, and they stumble off down the corridor, drawing gazes from passing spacers, as Mina's laughter echoes down the corridor in bright squeals. Okay, so we got some dry for that. We have 2 die left. 2 6s. What do I want to do with these 6s? We got the Citriol Bridge. Ooh, that is a lot of clock. A lot of cycles. Citriol Fit Up. You work as junior tech qualified. You to work in the team handling the final tech, fitting up the Citriol's horizon for a vast job. So it's danger. Let's go ahead and start repairing the ship. So we're going to put all our focus into this. So we get 100% positive for this. That's going to take a while to fill up. So we got 4 out of that so far. At least we're getting paid pretty decently for that, so we don't have to play the exchange anymore. I am hungry, so let us get some food. And I'm pretty much going to be rich if I keep focusing on that too. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Can I talk to him at Low End? Lem units. Lem can't work shifts in the shipyard unless someone watches Mina. You two seem to get along. Last time Lem was desperate. Check it out. Unless Lem gets time in the shipyard, he won't qualify the Citriol's crew lottery. Watching Mina gives him a chance. Actually, we're going to start focusing our die in this, since we're just nice people. I kind of want to see them succeed. So we're going to go head back, and we're going to rest for the day. Where's my shipyard? Container. Okay. I'm sure I can get a nicer apartment, but the shipping container seems to be doing the job pretty well. I don't see the benefits of getting an actual apartment. Okay, so let's go ahead and eat up first. And I have enough cryo I'm happy with. So let's... And we get one more for Ethan. One more clock for Ethan to come back with his vengeance. Let's go ahead and just drop all our die into this. It's pretty safe, so I highly doubt we'll get any negative benefits for this. This is engaged too, so we're just getting nice rolls. Okay, so hopefully for a double here. Yes, we got a double. By the end of the day, Mina curls up in your lap as you read her story. She's asleep when Lem gets back and you two eat together. Let's check it out. Okay, so we complete that quest. She's asleep, whispers Lem, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as she does. You are perched at the thin bar in the main room, the slate in front of you still glowing with Mina, and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring. The only world Mina has known. With stick figures standing along its edge, the tall one is you. Drink, asked Lem, producing a worn look of bottle of Garole from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in fluorescent light. Sure. Lem nods and gulgs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, then sits down with you at the bar. Cheers, he offers, and you clink the metal containers together. You know, we actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the Sidriel. He grins proudly. Clearly, he has been desperate to tell you that all cycle. Amazing. Lem holds up his drink. Couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie back here. Lem chefs on a little on his stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, Sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. A little tricky. Lem looks away. Yeah, she can be a little tricky like that. She can close you out in a second. She's a stubborn one. He raps on the bar. That'll serve her well, I think. His eyes drift to the bedroom door. She's great. He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She's exactly mine. He gazes into the middle distance. I pulled her off a refugee shuttle out of one of the Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Solheim collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye on these decrepit old shuttles. He sloshes the drink around in his tumbler. He had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on decompressed halfway there. Everyone spaced. The only reason she made it was someone sealed her in a weapon locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. Shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let go. The medics treated her with me, still clinging to her. He takes a drink, still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand? We were private military, hired by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. You saved her? I'm going to sound like an idiot now, but he sighs. She saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around the decaying unit. It's stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me, I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost, but I can't stop thinking about it. She rubs his eyes dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? Sidriel will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? You'll make it. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes away down to the bar. This is a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now. Both of us with a chance. Exactly. Imagine the three of us riding the Sidriel horizon out of here to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast, he laughs. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses in the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. See you around. Alright then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it. From the both of us. He pats your shoulder and you slip out into the dark of the walkway with thoughts of little Mina on your mind. Okay, so we got another upgrade point. So we can grab more cryo now. Oh, sorry. We can grab this obsessive faculty. All cryo actions are discounted by 20%. Now we're going to be rich. So we're going to get this at a +2. So that adds +2 to the engage die. So any engage actions will pretty much always net us success. Okay, so Ethan, we have one more turn before he causes us problems. So let's go back to the bridge and go ahead and dump our die here. Danger. What does negative get us? Okay, we still get some decent cryo from this, so I'm not too worried. Let's go ahead and head back to the container and end cycle for now and see what Ethan has in store for us. Okay, so we're back down to 4 die, but these are really good rolls. So let's go ahead and leave. You miss me? Ethan smiles with a ragged smile at you. Walk away. No. Oh, he looks a little messed up. He has a broken nose now. And some patches. You look at him. He's paler than usual. Hunch. He's sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to greet old friend. Friend? Well, he pauses. Colleague? He smiles weakly. This is big, really big stuff about you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. You remember how Essen Arp canceled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect? Seriously, Ethan? Well, I'm guessing you are pretty happy about that. Shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything. But let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so what did you think that was? Or that was it? I was just glad to be done with you. Stay silent. I was just glad to be done with you. Oh, the feelings was mutual, except Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old Essen Arp gave the bounties to someone else? Someone who's even more of a shithead than yours truly. He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. You're bluffing. Sure, you can think of that. But then you'll wake up, or not, with a bullet in your head one of these cycles. And if you could think, which you won't be able to because of this bullet, you'll be thinking, oh, I wish I'd listened to Ethan. He grins. Ethan fishes around his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends that you see, some colleagues, but what went down? And it turns out Essen Arp canceled all their bounty contracts. The whole lot. It seems they brought someone else in-house. Some guy who did such a good job on their last contract that they got offered a job. He leans in. Apparently he made a hit on the ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. It was smuggling sleepers out from under Essen Arp's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew up the ship. Ethan whistles. They call him Hemwick or Maywick or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forget. You mean Winter Light? That's it. He looks at you hard. So you do know about all this. He pats you on the shoulder. And you'll be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hand through his greasy hair and given this new information I've brought to light, it seems like you are in need of protection. Wait for the pitch. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out that I upset some people at the compressor last time we were there, the owners, and they said they'll space me unless I work off the debt. It seems that they are that kind of businessmen. He grimaces. I would pay them, but he shrugs and turns his jacket pockets inside out in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. Then work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him now, that I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You are a contract, a name on the list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. I'm sorry, he hisses. I'm sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours. He sighs. You think I want to go up against this guy? But us, he jabs his finger between the two of you, we don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other. A straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. Sure, why not? Ethan smiles. He looks like a shit warmed up. He pauses. Just think about Maywick. Think about the cold-eyed stare of Essen Arp shit on his way here from the core systems. He smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Okay, let's see what he got himself into. Let's go eat first. So we're gonna go to the bar, and we're gonna get 2 gauge. Go ahead and leave this place. And we're gonna go to the compressor and see what's there. Work off the debt. Oh, that is a big debt. Work the back. There doesn't seem to be any time limit on this. So we're gonna go ahead and say screw Ethan for now and continue working on the ship. So we're gonna dump all our dye into this. If we keep getting high rolls, this is good for us. So we're gonna be halfway there now. Over halfway. That's gonna net us just 1. Okay. Let's go and leave. Another couple cycles should do it. So let's head back to the container. and cycle for the day.